So, did you hear the latest bombshell about version 6.0? It turns out that Snezhnaya might not be making its grand debut after all. Instead, we're in for something entirely unexpected, and whether that's good or bad is still up for debate. What's up, travelers? Welcome back to ImpactVerse, your go-to source for everything Genshin related. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our Discord server. Links in the description below to stay on top of all the latest updates. Now, let's dive into this wild news. Right after the 5.3 live stream wrapped up, the Genshin community was hit with a flood of leaks and speculations. One particularly interesting claim came from the well-known leaker Chan, who suggests that Snezhnaya might not be arriving in version 6.0. Instead, we're supposedly getting a completely new and mysterious region called Nod Krai. Now, before we panic or celebrate, let's keep in mind that while Chan has a solid track record, this info is still labeled as questionable. So, take it with a grain of salt. What we know so far is that Nod Krai was briefly mentioned during the live stream. It was described as vastly different from any of the 6 nations we've explored so far. That alone has fans speculating about what kind of challenges and adventures this new region might offer. Interestingly, Nod Krai is said to be located in the southern part of Snezhnaya. So while it technically ties into the Icy Nation, it appears we won't be getting the full Snezhnaya experience in version 6.0. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. Reports suggest that this area is extremely hostile, and the traveler was even warned to stay vigilant while exploring it. This raises the possibility that Nod Krai could introduce entirely new gameplay mechanics, enemies, or even survival-based challenges. If that's the case, it could add a fresh layer of excitement to the game. But what about the release timeline? According to the same source, Snezhnaya won't make its full appearance until version 7.0, which could push it all the way to 2026. That's right, travelers. We might be looking at an extra year of waiting. While that's definitely disappointing for some, it's worth noting that version 6.0 still promises plenty of new content. From unexplored regions to mysterious landmarks, there's a lot to look forward to. Speaking of unexplored areas, we might finally see locations like Dormant Port and Mondstadt unlocked during the 6.0 patches. Another source, Flying Flame, mentioned that these areas will be gradually introduced. Now, Flying Flame's credibility isn't as solid as Jan's, so let's approach this with some skepticism. That said, the leaks do align with one another, which adds a layer of credibility to the claims. One major downside, however, is the absence of an Archon reveal in 6.0 if these leaks hold true. Many fans were hoping to meet the Cryo Archon in the next major update, but it seems we might have to wait until 7.0 for that monumental encounter. This also means the next Archon storyline could be delayed by nearly 2 years, which may leave some players feeling restless. Despite the delays, there's a silver lining. If Hoyoverse delivers new areas consistently with each patch, it could make the map feel more dynamic and alive. Expanding the world bit by bit keeps exploration exciting and might even open up opportunities for side quests, lore reveals, and unexpected encounters. So, what does this all mean for the future of Genshin Impact? For starters, we can expect more emphasis on world building and exploration in the coming updates. Instead of one massive expansion, Hoyoverse might be shifting towards smaller, incremental updates to keep players engaged. Whether that's a good or bad thing really depends on your playstyle. For lore enthusiasts, this approach could provide more detailed storytelling, with each patch building on the last. For players eager to meet new characters and unlock new abilities, however, the wait might feel excruciatingly long. The key takeaway here is that patience will be crucial, but the payoff could be well worth it. Now, let's talk about gameplay changes. With Nod Krai rumored to be a harsh and unforgiving region, we might see new mechanics aimed at survival and resource management. Imagine dealing with extreme weather effects, limited visibility, or even dangerous terrain that requires specific tools to navigate. If these features are implemented, it could mark a significant shift in how we approach exploration and combat. There's also the possibility of new enemy types, puzzles, and environmental hazards designed to keep us on our toes. Think back to how Inazuma's mechanics introduced electro puzzles and Sakura cleansing rituals. Nod Krai could bring its own unique spin to puzzle solving and exploration. Of course, this speculation leads us to wonder about the kind of characters we'll encounter. Will we meet allies from Snezhnaya who give us glimpses of the Cryo Archon? Or will Nod Krai introduce an entirely separate cast of characters tied to its lore and history? The possibilities are endless, and the mystery only adds to the excitement. So, to wrap things up, the rumors about Snezhnaya's delay might feel like a curveball, but the prospect of exploring Nod Krai opens up a whole new realm of opportunities. Whether it's navigating dangerous terrain, uncovering hidden stories, or adapting to new gameplay mechanics, version 6.0 could still deliver an unforgettable experience. But now it's your turn, travelers. What do you think about these leaks? Are you excited about the idea of Nod Krai? Or are you disappointed by the delay of Snezhnaya? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest updates. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.